Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I just wanted to get another video in this weekend to talk to you about a couple things. One is the survey. A lot of good responses coming back. Well over half of you have responded, and for the most part, we're flying along pretty good. A couple of responses came in that wanted more detail on assignments, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. For the remaining assignments, I'm going to put some do's and don'ts on the assignments. I think that would really highlight or box in where you need to go with the assignments, okay? That should clear anything up that you're having. You guys have done great with your assignments so far. So I think we're moving along pretty good. We're progressing. The A7 and A8 assignments are probably your hardest assignments for the semester. Fair? These assignments are a lot of math. A person asked on the discussion board where they can find all the details, and man, it's all in chapter 4. All of these questions were derived right off of that particular chapter. Okay? You've got another one coming up next week that's similar. And to be honest with you, I'm looking at whether you're going to the right place to look for a way to answer these questions. And if you've got an idea of how these questions sort of unfold themselves in terms of, what it refers to. So when we're looking at population proportions, big N versus little n, getting that information under your hat so that you understand when we draw a population, or sample rather, out of a population, there's a little bit more to it. There's a science to this. So that's what I'm looking for. Are you digging into the science part of it? When we talk about a bound of error, do you understand why that's important and how critical it becomes? I mean, in telephone conversations with some of you folks, I told you, can you understand now why the voting polls were kind of garbage? Now you should be getting that. That should be really resonating in your head why all these polls that you see are hardly predictors of what could happen next. Even when they put a bound of error on it. It's pretty much pointless because of the strata and also because of the way that they may form their questions or how they're taking them and the volume in terms of how many people they actually surveyed, right? Interviews are very tricky to make them generalizable because of the internal validity errors that come with them. And we haven't even talked about that stuff, and I'm not going to go too far into it because it really takes you deep. And where we're going right now is understanding that if you want to do survey research, or if you want to present your surveys data, you have to understand this word generalizability. And if we're going to do any type of probabilistic research, we have to have a certain proportion or a certain sample size to make it powerful enough and to make it accurate, okay? Very important, because there's always somebody out there that's going to say, who's to say that this is even valid? Okay, who's to say that your data is reliable enough for me to be able to go and spend money in a direction based on your data? All right, and that's the whole problem with the taking polls at voter turnouts. Not reliable, almost zero. All right, for a variety of reasons. Okay, so I'm going to work on the assignments, make them a little bit more, we'll call them fleshed out. I thought we were doing pretty good, but I want to make sure that everybody's happy here. If you have any problems, let me know, because I want to make this cruise for 15 weeks to be something you guys enjoy and you learn a lot. Got a lot of good feedback. People are learning quite a bit, which is cool. We're getting into the good stuff coming up here with SPSS, and then getting to that point where you guys are about to write your findings up. So that'll be cool. Okay, so we're getting there. Let's get through the next couple weeks, and then you guys are off to vacation land. I wouldn't totally ignore your studies during that time, but that's up to you. All right, so if you need anything from me or have questions in this week, today, I'm working on your stuff. I'm taking calls today, or this next week, let me know. I'll be here. Take care.